Welcome to Business in Gray. I'm your host, Sharen Skelly, and today we have Emily Blockand from Assiduous Escape here in Owen Sound. And Emily is one of Owen Sound's youngest, if not the youngest, entrepreneur here. Welcome.
Thank you.
Emily is almost 16 years old, and she's taken on quite a venture here. We've taken a tour of the facility, and it's an escape room venture. And so can you tell us where it is, just to start?
So we're located at the old post office in the basement, where
The address would be
890 3rd Avenue East.
890 3rd Avenue East. So it's centrally located. It's pretty much across from the post office, and it's in the old post office building. It's on the street almost by the, isn't it the Dairy Queen? It's close
yeah, we're
by.
right beside the Dairy
Yeah,
Queen.
so that's a landmark in town. So you have been owner-operator of this business for just how long?
A week and a half now.
A week and a half, so you're new to this. You're quite young. What got you involved or interested in wanting to be a business owner, especially in something like this?
Well, I've liked the concept of escape rooms, so I've tried them in Canada and the States, so I thought, just why not?
Yeah. Now, before we started the show, I had a chance to tour some of the rooms, and it really is quite interesting. The concept of escape rooms, for any one of our viewers that doesn't know what they are, involves puzzles and solving a puzzle and then moving sometimes from one room to the next, and sometimes just staying in the one room. So can you tell us a little bit about more about that?
So when you get in the room, there's a few puzzles that you need to solve. When solving those puzzles, they'll get you onto the next puzzle. So usually a puzzle is either a word or a 4-digit combination. Some are even larger than 4 digits.
And so once you solve that, then you get into perhaps the next, like it might be a briefcase or whatever that has another clue.
Yeah.
And then you work your way up into perhaps another room, or you finally get the treasure or whatever it is that you're looking for.
Yeah.
So how many rooms do you have operational right now that include escapes?
I have 2 rooms, so Double Crossed and the Abandoned Game Room.
Double Crossed? What's that one about?
That one is, so you and your partner have been on a string of successful robberies.
Hear that, Darlene? Successful robberies.
So word on the street is that he's about to skip town. So you're going to break into his apartment and steal the money.
Oh, okay. So that one's good. And then you have another one called?
The Abandoned Game Room.
The Abandoned Game Room. Tell us what that's about.
So I don't have a backstory for that one.
You don't have
yet.
a backstory, but what's involved in that? What do you have to do?
So there's like cards and I guess anything you'd find in a game room.
Yeah, I took a look at that one. That one looks pretty interesting too. So you've had some help, I'm sure, getting involved and getting started. Where did you get, you need money, you need startup funding to open any business. So how did you go about, when you're only 16, getting all this together?
I applied for a student grant from the government, so I received that through the Owen Sound Business Center. And then my dad also helps me finance the business.
Well, yeah, you can always count on support from family. And does your dad help you with the day-to-day operation of the business?
Yeah, he comes in sometimes and helps me operate and set stuff up.
Good. So you had the center set up here. So can you tell us a little bit about how people would find your business online and how they would book a room if they want to?
So either they can find my business through Facebook or on the website, and they can also book through either of those websites.
Okay, so the business is called Assiduous Escape. So how do you spell that?
Assiduous.
So it's Assiduous Escape. What does assiduous mean?
It means in constant effort to complete something.
Okay, and I can see where that ties in with the puzzle pieces and trying to go from room to room. Okay, so they can book online, they can call,
Yep.
and that's how they get a room. How much is the cost for?
For the double crossed room, that would be $25 a person. And for the abandoned game room, that would be $20 a person.
Yeah, because there's a difference in the times it takes to complete the tasks. How long is the double cross?
That one's an hour.
And the other one's what, 45 minutes you
Yes.
said? Yeah. So that's the difference in the cost for the rooms. Who would you think would enjoy coming to your escape rooms?
I would think anyone who loves to solve riddles or puzzles or, yeah.
Adults, kids, do you have children come in, or is it just teenagers?
Usually if the children are with their parents, sometimes they help. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be a good idea for, say, a party, maybe a birthday party, or maybe, you said corporate. Sometimes you had corporate events here?
Yeah, so if people, some people want to do team building, so we host corporate events where there'd be two groups, and one would start with double cross and one would start with the abandoned game room, and then they'd switch, and then we'd offer pizza and pop afterwards.
Well, that's a great idea. So corporate groups can come here, and then you have the boardroom that they can discuss. You said after they can do some work in the boardroom. And so for that, they can do the same thing, book through you on the website. That's a great idea with the corporate aspect put in there. You have some empty rooms, I noticed, and that looks like room for growth. Have you got plans for that?
Yeah, I think in the fall I'll start plans on making probably 2 more rooms.
Yes, and because there is a cost involved in all of those setting up. I noticed when we went in, Emily was showing me around, and there's props for all of these rooms. It's not just the puzzles, it's the props to make the room look realistic. Like in one, there's a bed, there's closets, I don't want to give away too much, but it does cost money to make these rooms look appealing and to make them challenging.
Yeah.
And somebody has to pay for that, and that'll be Emily. So is there anything you wanted to add about this new venture of yours?
No, I don't think so.
No. So have you been busy since you started? You started a week and a half ago. Have you had people through?
Yeah, I've had about 10 people through.
You have some right now. You can hear them in the background talking. And what room are they in?
The abandoned game room.
The abandoned game room, yes. So that's the one that has just the one room. Yeah. And so they seem to be having fun. They'll be ending shortly.
Yes.
So when you say you have family support, your dad helps you, you have younger sisters, do they ever come in and help?
Sometimes, yeah, they'll come and help and reset the room, help monitor the cameras.
Cameras? Do you have cameras?
Yeah, the cameras, we can watch the people through the cameras. So if they need a hint, we can just come in and
help. That's a good idea, too. So what do your friends think of all this?
They think it's pretty exciting.
Yes. Have they come in to see it?
No, not yet.
No. Are you planning to have a night where they can come in and check it out?
Yeah.
Yes. That'll be exciting.
Yes.
So are you a member, or has anyone from the business community come in and seen it?
The Owen Sound Business Center has come in and viewed my progress through the program.
And so have any of the other business members, like any other stores or restaurants or anyone, come in to see your...
No, not yet.
Not yet? Well, once they hear about you through this, and they'll be, word spreads fast in town. And when they hear that there's this young person that has opened up a business and has started and been successful, they'll want to get to know you. So I know you wanted to start a business, but why this particular sort of business, an escape room business?
I like the concept of how you had to solve puzzles and escape the room. And I also liked how some of them are themed. So they have a specific theme and like a backstory that you had to follow. So that was what caught your eye, and that's what you thought would be a good business. Now, when you were at the Business Enterprise Center, was that something you talked about with them, and they encouraged you, and they said, yeah, this sounds like a good idea? Yeah. Yeah. Now, when you're talking about the actual rooms, there is amount of time to set them up, and then you said break them down, or what was it you said you had to do after? Reset them. Reset them, yes. How much time is involved in doing all of that? Collecting all the items to set up in your room is a lengthy process. So you have to find the specific item you need for the room, and sometimes it's not in Canada, so you have to order it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's setting them up originally, but what about in between groups?
That takes about a few minutes.
Oh, okay, so it's just a matter of sorting everything out and putting them back. Who comes up with the ideas for the rooms?
You can buy ideas online, which I've done for the abandoned game room and Double Crossed, but I modernized the idea.
Oh, so you put in your own little, you tweaked them,
Yeah.
and then you made them your own. Now you've got, I think you said, how many empty rooms?
4.
4 empty rooms, and you're planning to make them into escape rooms also. Have you got one idea? You don't need to tell the viewers, but have you got an idea for your next one?
Yeah, I was going to make a more scarier themed.
Oh, a scary theme. That's a good one, and that would really draw, well, draw any age, but young people would really like that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll be right back here on Business in Gray on Rogers Cable. Welcome to Business in Gray. I'm your host, Sharen Skelly, and today we are in downtown Owen Sound with Charlee Roy, and she is the owner of NakdBasics. Welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
You have a lovely shop here,
Thank you.
and not only the products, but the actual items that you have your products displayed on. It's hard not to notice this lovely table. It's hard just to call it a table because it's a work of art.
It's a centerpiece for sure.
Yes.
It's a conversation piece.
Actually, we'll start, but it's hard not to notice this. So
Yes,
tell us a
for
little
sure.
bit about it.
Yeah, so this is actually made by a local gentleman named Chris, and he owns Disla Designs. So he makes a lot of my furniture in here. So this piece behind me as well is made by him, as well as my essential oil tester holder, which is pure maple and walnut, and then this is your spalted maple centerpiece table.
And it's got some greenery growing out of it.
Yeah, I actually put these in. There's some big notches in it, so I thought just to fill up the space, and it kind of looks like it's alive again and coming out of the middle.
And the viewers can't really appreciate that this has multi-functions.
Yes.
It's got shelving, and
Yep.
it's a table.
For sure.
You could probably work on it.
Yep, absolutely you can.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. And I'm
You did a
sure
good
that
job.
your customers notice it.
They sure do.
Yeah, it's
The husbands really appreciate it.
Yes, and it probably weighs a lot.
It's not, luckily I was actually able to lift that end while Chris lifted the other, and I was able to manhandle it with him, so it wasn't as bad as I thought, but
Well,
it has some weight.
It suits the atmosphere
The
in
theme,
here.
yeah,
It
for
does,
sure,
yes.
for sure.
So tell me a little bit about NakdBasics
Mm-hmm.
and the reason that you thought that you wanted to open up your store here in Owen Sound.
I actually never thought I'd be a business owner ever. I was probably one of the laziest but motivated people on the planet. So I started NakdBasics kind of just on a thought. I worked with the business enterprise here in Owen Sound. I used to have really, really bad skin, like horrible acne. It was like that bluish, just not, it wasn't
Right.
nice at all. So I tried a lot of different products, including like Proactive and some of your
Right.
doctor recommended ones. No success, so I kind of turned to the natural side of things. At the time, I was a nursing student in semester 3 of nursing school, and I approached the business enterprise and I started making all of these products in my old apartment in my spare bedroom, and I felt like a mad scientist, but I came up with some really cool formulations, and the business enterprise, Jane Phillips, and a woman named Jen really helped me get started with it.
So it was really a home-based business.
It was, absolutely, yeah.
So you expanded from there.
Yep.
And here we are today.
Here we are, this is my second store location now.
Well, that seems to be the story of a lot of entrepreneurs, and
Absolutely.
especially young entrepreneurs.
Yep.
They find something they're interested in, or it's become a problem of their own that they've solved.
Yep, exactly.
And then they take the knowledge they already have and sort of work from there.
Yep.
And then they become they expand from there
Yeah.
and find things to add on. So tell us a little bit about NakdBasics, your product.
Yeah, so I actually started with not really a face line at all. I was making the face oil for myself, but I wasn't selling it. That wasn't one of my main SKUs. This was just more of something I did for my own skin. My product line really started with the skin oil. So instead of using lotions, I had gone to oils. I found they're a lot more hydrating. I was able to mix and match different oils for different properties.
Right.
So that's how that started. And I also had a body spray line as well. So I started with about 8 SKUs, and now I've narrowed it down to the ones that I found are the best selling and the most beneficial, I guess, to the variety of customers I get.
Now, when you say SKU, can you explain that?
So like this is like 1 SKU, 2 SKU, 3 SKU. I started with 8. And I got upwards to about 30 at one point, and then I've brought it back down again. So on the shelf, you won't see the sprays, but that's because I have a do-it-yourself room now. So in the do-it-yourself room, people can come in and make their own, and they can smell all the oils and create their own customized ones.
Interesting. So you have this product line. Does it have, it's like skincare
Exactly.
and body sprays.
Exactly.
Do you have makeup? Have you expanded
I
there?
haven't gone there. I'm right now actually using a company called Earth Lab, and it's a mom and daughter out in British Columbia.
Okay.
And that's the makeup company I have. I have been asked to do makeup on multiple occasions though, so you never know. But right now I've got my face line, so the exfoliation, the cleanser, and the oil. And then I also have different skin oils, but I do custom blends as well. So for people with conditions like RA, rheumatoid arthritis, and just pain in general, headaches, migraines, things like that, I can customize using different essential oils to fit their needs.
Okay, so essential oils, which then can be used in diffusers,
absolutely.
and atomizers, is that what they call them?
Atomizer, yeah,
Okay.
and nebulizers. There's a whole bunch of
Nebulizers,
fancy
see all
words
those
for them.
things, yes,
Yeah,
okay.
for sure.
So this is like a lot of commercial companies. You'll see the 3 steps.
Yes.
That's the 3 steps.
Yep, exactly,
Okay.
and it's all natural as
Essential
well.
oils and then body sprays. and
Yes.
whatever.
Yep,
Okay,
perfect.
so that is your skin line
Yep.
and the other products that you
Yes.
have. Okay, so I've taken a look through your store and you've got all
A
kinds
lot.
of other producers.
Yep.
But they all seem to have a theme.
Yes.
Eco-friendly, biodegradable,
Exactly.
things like that.
Yep.
Non-allergenic.
Yep.
So they seem to be something that you would want to use in your home or on your children
For sure.
or with your children or yourself.
Yep.
You know, as we are becoming more and more sensitive, we seem to be, or just wanting to take better care of our bodies,
sure.
and we're more aware of the things that we put into our bodies or put on our bodies.
Exactly.
So can you tell us a little bit more? I see we have some of the products here, and this is one
Yeah.
that I'm really interested in. I've never thought of it, but once you do
Yeah.
actually think about when we brush our teeth, there's a lot of waste goes into, because we do switch out our toothbrushes, or at least we're supposed to. And you have a line of toothbrushes here, and
do.
I saw it said biodegradable, and they're
Yes.
made of bamboo. Can you
Yes,
tell? I'm
sure.
really interested.
Yeah, so the toothbrushes are great. They come in these boxes, and let me
I'm
pull
sure
one out
they're
for you.
biodegradable,
They are,
or
and
recyclable.
even
one of
this
the two.
plastic, I guess you can recycle as well. It's like I don't know what kind of plastic they use, but the whole packaging is
Cellulose
bio.
or something like that.
So this is the toothbrush here. So they're 100% bamboo, and then I do have the biodegradable bristles, so you can recycle the entire thing. It does not end up in our landfills, which is the company's that's their biggest thing. They don't want our landfills just full of plastic, because if you even look in your household and see how much plastic we have,
Exactly.
there's a lot. So they're trying one step at a time to get that down.
And you have them in sizes, I noted, for children.
Yep, so
and
there's soft and medium and different
just
colors.
like any other toothbrush,
Yep,
but
exactly.
they're recyclable and they're made of bamboo.
Yeah, exactly.
Very interesting.
They're
Can you
very
give
neat.
us a price point on these?
So these ones are $6.
Okay.
And you are supposed to, like you said, use them for about 2 months and then get rid of them. Most people, it's kind of gross, will leave their toothbrushes for up to a year.
I know, and you're not supposed to. And just
Yeah.
think of what, it's not healthy.
No, because what happens is the bristles hold all that bacteria that you're brushing out, and then you just keep reapplying it to your mouth, right? So with these, after about 2 months, toss them and then get a new one. But I do have the 4-packs as well, and it's $20 for the 4-pack.
There you go.
So it's for the whole family.
And people might say $6 for a toothbrush, but it's your toothbrush.
Exactly.
We pay money for other things,
Yep,
but
exactly.
it's your toothbrush.
Yeah, it's kind of important.
Yeah, it's not paying for money for a movie on TV.
exactly.
For, one movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so the other things I noticed were, this one was kind of fun, and I noticed this
Yes.
nail polish.
Nail
Tell us
polish.
a little bit about that.
Yeah, so as everyone knows, young children love nail polish. They like to look pretty and match mom. So I got these nail polishes in, and they're peelable. So you don't need any removers. You don't need any of the chemicals. They're completely they're a water base, completely scent free. So they're great for kids to apply, couple coats on, and then you just peel them off.
And if you get them on your furniture, you just
Comes
peel
right
it
off.
off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. And
Yeah,
it's
so it's
also
really neat.
it also keeps the peace.
Yeah,
you
right?
know?
Exactly.
Oh, you spilt the nail polish.
Yeah, no big deal. Peels
problems.
off. And I do have the line for adults as well, so more of like your deeper shades.
Oh, and so you have the same for adults. So there's none of that acetone needed after?
No, and I do actually, I can grab it. I have a remover gel. So it is a plant-based, instead of your alcohol, like acetone remover, this is a plant-based gel.
And it works just as well. A price point to...
So this one here is $14. You don't need much of it, and it lasts for quite a long time. And then the nail polishes are $9. But again, it's fun for the kids because they get to peel them off after, and it doesn't ruin the nail underneath.
It's great for a gift for a little girl.
Yeah, stocking stuffers.
Holidays are coming.
Yeah, definitely.
Good ideas.
Yep.
So tell us about this jewelry that you have displayed.
Yeah, so I'm actually wearing a couple. I don't leave home without them. So a couple different companies here. I try, and the whole store, I'm not sure if I mentioned, is all local. So everything is Canadian. I try to get as many home, like close to home businesses as I can in support of our small businesses. So I have about 10 or 15 now of really close to Owen Sound that have just started, and they're looking to get their name out there. So I brought them into the store.
What a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Supporting local business in the area.
Yep, and I'm one of them, so I appreciate it, even the help I got when I was starting out, right? So at least I can do. So these ones here, this is a woman named Brenda in Owen Sound. So she makes some beautiful jewelry. She uses crystals and different types of wood. So the little black beads there are the lava beads.
Okay.
So it's a volcanic stone. They're very porous. Can you see the little holes on them?
Yes, you can.
So when you add a drop of essential oil to them, what happens is it soaks that oil in, and it diffuses for about 24 to 48 hours naturally. Once the smell is gone, you can switch up the smell and change your oil.
Ah, so that's how they diffuse. Okay.
Exactly.
Because some of them, you see, they're a little metal ball and you put in something. So this is the same sort of idea, only it's with the lava stone.
Yes.
And that's how it soaks in.
Drop Designs, she's just outside of Owen Sound as well. Her name's Kylie, and she does beautiful crystal ones. And then the other one I just got this lady into, and she uses clay, but it has the same properties.
So you put it on
the leaf.
It looks like a leaf,
Yes, yeah.
And then you just rub it in or whatever.
Yeah, you just massage it in. If you want, wash your hands and let this soak up and do its thing.
And it would be important to let it soak up or it will get on your clothing.
Yep, for sure.
But very interesting.
Yeah.
So there's some cards here.
Yeah.
What are they about?
Yeah, so these are really neat. It's a woman named Jennifer. She's actually out of Australia. And I found these cards. I used to do a lot of tarot and oracle card readings, and it was kind of my thing for quite a while. I still enjoy it, but I do have a lot of people that come into the store, and they really, they go with intuition when it comes to picking their essential oils.
I see.
Whatever their body or whatever their brain tells them they need. So these cards actually, you can shuffle and pull one out of the deck, whichever one you feel while you're here. So I got lemon, and then there's a book here, and it goes through what lemon means and why you would be picking this card.
I see. So it matches.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So it kind of.
It's a good way to find your essential oil.
Yeah, exactly. If they're just not sure why they need it, or they want an oil but they don't know where to start, they come into the deck.
Well, our time is almost up, but I just wanted to do a couple things to remind the men in our community that we haven't forgotten them.
No, I have not.
There is a line of men's products, and they're called Skull. They've got the theme of skulls, skull soap, skull products, and that could also translate to Halloween too.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's not the primary reason to carry that. But how do people find your business? You're located where?
I'm on 1035 2nd Avenue East. A lot of the time I'm being found through Facebook, and word of mouth is huge. I have people that come from the GTA even just to come up for the day.
So on Facebook you are NakdBasics, and it's NAKD.
Yes, no
Basics,
E.
no
Yes.
E.
Yep.
And you're sort of across from the Metro store.
Essentially, yeah, just down a bit.
The store is beautiful. You've got tons of great products.
Thank you.
And I think you've got, I know you've got a great future here in Owen Sound, because this is really the trend, and it seems to be a trend that is going to stay around for a very, very long time.
I hope so.
The way we're eating, the way we're taking care of our bodies. The future is really this.
Absolutely.
This is what I think the future is. So for everybody, the viewers, come along, check out NakdBasics, and you'll be really happy with the products you see. And join us again on Business in Gray here on Rogers Cable.